guys, it's Rachel with Be Healed Dog Training, and I want to take a minute to talk about how to reinforce your crate. If you've got a dog who's been breaking out of the crate or bending the bars trying to break out of the crate, or even if you've got a dog who's new to crating or a new dog for you and you're not quite sure how they're going to do when you leave to go to work, it's always a good idea to reinforce your crate. So I just want to go over how to do that. For starters, if you have a dog that's breaking out of the crate, you also want training to go along with that. You want to teach the dog how to be calm in the crate, behave properly in the crate. That's not what this particular video is about, but just remember that is a really important component to this. But you want to reinforce your crate for when you are not going to be around and able to reinforce behaviors in the dog, like when you leave to go to work. So this is just a basic wire crate. This actually, when you reinforce this works for most dogs. I've had several dogs come through the programs here who have been busting out of crates and do just fine in this, again, combined with training. But what I've got, it's a little bit hard to see because they're black zip ties, but these are zip ties, okay? And so what I've done is I've got zip ties. When I reinforce a crate for the first time, I always start by doing the corners of the crate and then the middle of the panels, okay? And I do that all the way around, top and bottom. Anywhere that the dog could, and I won't really be able to do this because it's reinforced, but anywhere a dog could force those panels apart. And you can see a big difference if these aren't there and you mess with a crate that's not reinforced with zip ties, you can really force those apart. And if a dog can get their nose through it or their paw through it, they can push it and bend the bars. So I always, again, start by the corners and then halfway through each panel on the sides and along the top and bottom. And then I'll work my way around and just kind of just kind of pull along the length of the panels. And again, you're not going to see it here because that crate's been reinforced, but anywhere that I find that I can force that panel apart, an inch or more, I'm going to go ahead and put a zip tie there. Now, with the front door, a lot of dogs can bend the front doors. That's what these clips are for. You just pick up, these clips from a hardware store, and again, clip in the middle, anywhere where you can kind of force the door apart from the panel that it's attached to. And you can see, let me take these off here. So without these, a dog can force that apart, and those clips make a big difference. But again, obviously you can't put zip ties there because you got to be able to open and close the door. So that's what the clips are for. And this is how you can reinforce your wire crate. Now, there are dogs out there who will still break out of these crates. I've had them here. It hasn't happened here, but I've had clients who have reinforced their crates just like this at home, and a dog that's really stressed in the crate, lots of anxiety, chewed right through the bars in the middle. Okay, dogs can really get injured that way. So another option is to get a heavy-duty crate. And so this is, all the panels here are bolted together, so there is no give here. One thing you want to look for when you're getting your heavy-duty crate, I have seen a lot of crates that get bad reviews for their fasteners here, their bolts here. Some of them, that's the weak point on the crate, so you want to make sure that these are in pretty good shape, and that the design is good, because I've seen where dogs have broken the crate at the bolts here, but I've also seen some where the dogs can open it from inside the crate. So you want to do your research on that and just double check that. But this comes with locking wheels, and I'll show you the bottom here too without the pad in it. So on the bottom, this is also all bolted into the frame. Okay, so it'd be very, very difficult for a dog to break out of this. Not impossible, but very, very difficult. Obviously, this is a lot more expensive than a wire crate, but if your dog's busting out of these, that adds up to the cost of this really quickly, and your dog's going to be safer in something like this if you're struggling with this. So again, just some thoughts. If you have a dog who's struggling with crate issues, busting out of it, you can try reinforcing this crate here, and if you need to, you can go for a heavy-duty crate.